Hello, everyone. This is Bridget with Horse Auctions USA, and we are gearing up for the New Paris Equine Center's Spring Mount Up sale. That is this Saturday, April the 5th, in New Paris, Indiana. You talk about a lineup. The NPEC sale never ever disappoints. Horse Auctions USA is so happy that we've been able to be a part of each of their sales, and every single sale, they just get better and better. This one is no exception. They have a stellar group of horses. And as always, Horse Auctions USA will be there to provide you the online bidding experience if you can't join us in person. We'll get into the online bidding and the online catalog and how to navigate all of that in just a second. Before we do, I just want to go over all the basics, the what, the when, the where, all of that stuff. So once again, it's the New Paris Equine Center, and that is this Saturday, April the 5th. On Friday, April the 4th, there'll be previews. We'll go over the schedule and all of that good stuff. NPEC Mount Up Sale is on Facebook, so if you somehow don't already like and follow them, this is what their page looks like. Give it a like and maybe a share while you're at it. You can scroll on down through. They've been adding additional videos and photos, as well as some uncatalog or after catalog horses. So take a scroll down through there and scope it all out. Also, make sure that you check out the New Paris Equine website. It is a wealth of information. The address, as you can see right up here in the address bar, is newparisequine.com. You can click on the menu and it'll walk you through. They've got an incredible lineup of stallions. There's all kinds of exciting stuff going on at New Paris. So definitely familiarize yourself with that. And if you want to scope out the sale on the website, you'll just scroll on down to the Mount Up sale, and that's what we're looking at here. On their website, you will find a downloadable edition of the catalog. So if you want to print one ahead of time and make some notes in the margins, you are able to do that here. You can also kind of scroll through here in an interactive one, and you'll have that available to you in the online bidding catalog as well. So again, I said we'd touch on the schedule. So Friday, April the 4th, there will be a preview that's at 3 o'clock. Please remember that New Paris is on Eastern Standard Time, so 3 o'clock Eastern Time will be a preview. We will be streaming that on the Facebook page, okay? So you will be able to watch here on the Facebook page, and definitely tune in for that if you can't join us in person for that preview. They do an extensive preview, give you a really good look at the horses. I haven't checked the forecast yet, so I'm not sure if the preview will be inside or outside, but either way, we'll be streaming it for you so you can kind of watch your favorites work and make your notes and all of that good stuff. There will be dinner following the preview, and then a drill team demonstration to round out the evening. And then Saturday, that is main event day. They will have a tax sale at 8:30. Tax sales available for in-person bidding only. So for my online folks, I'm sorry, we won't be doing the tack online. And then at 10 o'clock, we will start with the horses. And again, I cannot stress what a lineup of horses. So let's talk about the online bidding. We would love to have you join us in person. If you haven't had a chance to go down to New Paris yet, put it on your bucket list. It's a beautiful facility. The folks that run it are absolutely wonderful. It's just a great facility. It impressed me beyond belief the very first time I went there, and it's really a great time and really something I would encourage everyone to check out in person. But if you can't, online is the next best thing, and that's what we're here to do. So again, I'm with Horse Auctions USA, and we have a couple of different options for you to bid. You can bid using our app if you have an Apple product, or you can bid on the website. For my Android users, we've had some problems with our Android version of the app. I'm going to encourage you folks to use the website. So we'll go over both of those and how to use them and all of that good stuff. So Android users and computer users in your browser, you can use any browser your little heart desires. I recommend Google Chrome as it tends to be the most up to date, but this will work with Firefox, Safari, Edge. It will work with pretty much all of the browsers. In the address bar, you are going to type bid, like you're placing a bid, B-I-D, period, horse, auctions with an S at the end of auctions, USA.com. For my app users, and if you want to download the app, you can do that right on our website, or you can just go to the App Store and type Horse Auctions USA. That's our logo. You guys will just open the app. And again, if you're got an Android, I'm not going to advise you to use the app right now just because it is a little glitchy on the Android products, and we don't want you to have any glitches. But for my Apple people, there you go. So when you first get to the website, as our name implies, we're all over the place. You'll see all kinds of sales coming up. This is New Paris right here, and you're going to click View Auction. If you're on the app, the only difference here is that the sales are laid out vertically, and the sales are listed here in chronological order. So that's how you'll find them. New Paris will be right at the top as of Friday morning. So again, sales are laid out vertically. Once you click on that, what this is going to bring up for you is basically an index of the horses that will be selling. And you can kind of scroll down through and get a little teaser, if you will, as you kind of go through here. And then when you see one you want to know more about, like say Maverick here, you can click on it, and that is going to expand Maverick's complete description. If they have a video, it will tell you in the header that there is a video, and you'll be able to watch the video right here as well. It'll always be the second thumbnail. So here's the first thumbnail. That's the picture we're looking at. Here's the video, which will be the second thumbnail. You can play it right in your browser, and then any additional photos. Some of the horses, like Izzy, have more than one video. And if that's the case, I have tried to very clearly write videos. So like Izzy here has multiple videos. So there's Izzy's original video, and then they did a little update video on Izzy, right? So you can kind of watch and go right through. So definitely scope that out. You can search. There is a search bar here. If you see a horse, say you're over here on the Facebook page and you see a horse that really strikes your fancy and you just want to find them real quick in the online catalog, you can type their name in there. Okay. So for example, Barney's been very popular, and we have two Barneys. So if you type Barney, bam, Barney will come up. Okay. If you're looking for a specific color, Blue Roan, you can try that and see what comes up. But we're horse people and we like to shop. So I'm going to encourage you to just start at the top and scroll down and shop, because again, it is a stellar lineup of horses. Lot number 0 right here is the sale information and practice bidding lot. It is exactly what its name implies. It is got all the basic sale information here, important contact phone numbers, a little bit about the schedule, and also a little bit about the online bidding. It also serves as a practice bidding lot. If you're brand new to online bidding, I know new things can certainly be intimidating. And so this lot is here for you to kind of play around and get familiar with things. So let's get into it. How do we register to bid? How do we bid? How is all of this stuff going to work? You'll notice under each and every lot, it says register to bid. It does not matter what horse you click register to bid under, okay? As long as you are under the New Paris Equine Center mount up sale, any horse in the sale will work. So you're going to click register to bid. And what that's going to bring up is this little pop-up box. If you are brand spanking new to Horse Auctions USA, you've never had an account with me, don't put your email and your password in here. If you're brand spanking new, you are going to go to no account, sign up here. You'll enter your first and last name, your email address, a password you can hopefully remember, and click continue. It will then go on to ask you to enter your a complete mailing address as well as a phone number. And then this is very important. It is going to have you enter a credit or a debit card, okay? When you do that and you agree to the terms and conditions of the sale, Horse Auctions USA is going to place a pre-authorization on that card. It's not a charge, okay? And this is very important. I just want to make sure everyone understands this. It is just a pre-authorization like when you rent a car, okay? So for the majority of banking apps, the way that's going to show up is a pending charge. And if you have mobile banking, you may very well get a notice saying, hey, you've got a charge from Horse Auctions USA. Don't panic, okay? We are not in any way, shape, or form charging you to register to bid. It's, again, just a pre-authorization. It's a hold, and it's temporary, and it's going to fall off automatically on my end at the completion of the sale. I absolutely hate that these days and times require that we do this, but unfortunately they do. I need to make sure all of my bidders on the other side of this screen are real live humans, are over the age of 18, and can pay for any winning bids that they have. So that's the reason for that. Again, I apologize. I hate that we have to do it, but we do. It will fall off. It's automatic. So for the majority of banks, when that automatic drop off happens is typically the next business day. So since this is a weekend sale, that would be Monday. Some banks, it may be a day or two longer. And again, I have no control over what goes on your bank's end. Just know it's automatic on mine. Okay, so don't panic. If you get a mobile banking notification, don't panic. We're not charging you. It's pending. It'll never complete. For my returning bidders, you folks are the one, and it doesn't matter what sale. Again, like I said, Horse Auctions USA, we're all over the place. So if you registered to bid at a different auction at some point in time, you're a returning bidder, okay? Email address and password. Maybe you forgot your password. Lord knows I do all the time. There is a handy dandy forgot your password reset link right here. Click on that. If 10 minutes go by and you don't get a reset to your email, don't panic. If you will text me with your name and your email address and a little note that you've forgotten your password, I will fix it for you. Again, my name is Bridget. My number is 336-904-8903. You'll find it in the sale information law and all over Horse Auctions USA. So don't worry if you forget your password. I can fix it for you. I'm going to go ahead and get into my bidder account. So let's fast forward. We're registered to bid. We're ready to go. So here I am registered, and how do I know that I'm logged in and I'm ready to go at showtime, right? First of all, my name is up here in the upper right-hand corner, and that tells me that I am logged in. Second of all my handy dandy little register to bid prompts have changed. Now they're asking me if I want to place a bid. Those are the two ways that you know that you are A, logged in, and B, logged into a sale you're registered for, okay? Those two things. You can watch and bid live on sale day, right? And we're going to go over how to do that first. Or the reason it asks you if you want to place bids now, you can place absentee bids. We'll go over how to do that as well. And also when you might want to do that. For a moment, let's pretend that it is Saturday morning. It is 10 o'clock and it's showtime, right? So I'm logged in. Yep, I'm all good. I'm going to click on the first lot. So on Saturday, that'll be lot number 1. Today, we're going to use the practice lot. I'm going to click view live down here. Now we're not live obviously now because it's not sale day yet, but if we were, I would click that and this big square right here would become my video. You will have real-time audio and video, just like you're sitting there with us in person, okay? New Paris has outstanding internet connectivity. There will be absolutely no lag or delay on our end. So as long as you are watching from a place of strong internet or cell connectivity, you are golden, okay? Again, there's no lag. If you're watching on Facebook, and we will stream on Facebook on sale day, remember, number 1, you can't bid on Facebook, and number 2, Facebook is a platform that buffers their feed, and all that means is there's a little bit of a lag on Facebook, okay? So just know that if you're watching on Facebook, you're behind what's the real-time stuff by 20-ish seconds. On the online bidding platform, there's absolutely no lag, okay? It's instant, real time, so you can keep right up with the auctioneer. So the auctioneer's going along, he's doing his thing, and he's asking for $1,000, and I want to place that bid. So I am going to click my bid button to bid. And you see how it says confirm bid? You have to click this again, okay? Why? Because we don't want an accidental bidding, okay? Nothing good has ever come from an accidental bidding, and we want to avoid that. So once to bid, twice to confirm, and ta-da! I am now the high bidder. I know this because it has turned green. It specifically says I'm the high bidder. I even have little stars there, okay? So for my live bidders, when it says confirm bid, you must click confirm bid to actually place your bid. If you just click bid and you never confirm, Shada, who will be at New Paris and running the computer there, she's never going to see your bid, okay? It won't come in until you actually confirm it. So make sure you click to confirm your bid. A couple of important points about bidding live. Like I mentioned, New Paris has outstanding internet connectivity, but I have no control over yours. Make sure, I cannot stress this enough, if you're bidding live, that you are in a place with good internet or cell service if you're using your iPhone. Because if you are in spotty or slow service, it can delay your bid coming in. Auctions are fast-paced. And if your bid comes in as the auctioneer says sold, and it happens at every sale everywhere in America, this will happen at least once. The auctioneer says sold, the internet bid comes in right between the L and the D of sold, and there's not a thing in the world we can do, okay? Once he says sold, it's over. So you want to make sure you're watching from a place of good service so your bids get in when you mean for them to get in, and don't drag your feet bidding, okay? The nice thing about New Paris, the majority of these horses have extensive videos, and a lot of photos. And again, we'll have that preview on Friday. You have a chance to really shop these horses ahead of time. I would strongly encourage you to do so that when sale time comes, there's no hesitation and you're ready to bid. I hate for someone to have their hopes set on getting a horse and then miss out on the bid because they waited just a tick too long to click in. So for my live bidders, make sure you click in fast. Another note I want to make, I know some of you have a hard time following along with an auctioneer. First, don't feel bad. It's a common thing, okay? And I think the problem is a lot of people get hung up on the auctioneer's chant and the things he's saying in between the numbers. Don't get so hung up on that, okay? The pedigree reader is going to speak like I'm speaking now, okay? Very clearly, you will understand what is being said and described about the horse. When the auctioneer does his part, okay, if you're having a hard time with the chant, don't worry about that. The part you really need to worry about is the dollar figure that he's asking for. And that's our job, okay? We'll be keeping up with that. So you just concentrate on that number on the bid button and you will be just fine. Now, I mentioned that you can also place absentee bids. So we're going to talk about how to place those next and also why you would use that, okay? And there's a couple of reasons you may not have thought of. Obviously, the most, obvious reason you would use that is maybe you just can't watch live on Saturday. Perhaps you have to work. Perhaps your child has a game of some sort that you simply have to attend. Whatever. There's something physically preventing you from watching live. So that's kind of a no-brainer that you might want to use the absentee bidding. But the less obvious reasons are as follows. I mentioned a couple of times now the internet connectivity. So if you live in rural America and you have slower internet service, and if this is you, right? If you ever try to watch videos on YouTube or Facebook or Netflix and you get the little circle that goes around and around and around like it's, trying to download, you have slow service, okay? Or maybe you'll be on the road and you're not quite sure how good your service is. You guys might want to take a look at using the absentee bidding. The reason I say that is once you do this, the computer, it takes the time pressure off, right? The computer's going to do the work for you. So a lot of my bidders who do live in areas of slower service, they use this option and they still log in and watch live, okay? Just because we use the absentee bidding option, it doesn't mean, oh, that's it, that's all you can do. No, of course not. You can still bid live. So a lot of my bidders who live in, spottier service, they'll place their absentee bids ahead of time and they'll still watch live on sale day. Because sometimes, you say, okay, this is the most I want to spend. And then we get into the thick of things and your horse that you've been watching for 2 months comes in and you're like, oh gosh, he's just perfect. And that bidding starts to get up around the absentee bid you've placed and you think, you know what, my budget's a little better, I can go higher. You can jump in, right? You can jump in and change that maximum bid. You can increase it. You can jump in and bid live. Okay, so all of this, the reason I'm telling you all of this is don't think that if you use this option, you're locked in and prevented from bidding live. Okay, you can use a combination of the two, and I encourage you to do so. I want you to use the methods that work best for you. So how do we place those bids? See the little drop down arrows here next to each of these bid buttons, right? They're over here on the end. If you click on that, it's going to bring up this, create a max bid. If you click there, you're then going to enter the maximum amount that you want to spend. I'm going to do a low maximum here because again, this is the practice slot and I want to encourage you to get in here and play with stuff. So I want you to be able to knock me out. Okay, so I'm going to just place like a $3,000 bid and I'm going to click place it. Now, this is what I want to show you. You'll notice the computer has logged my maximum bid of $3,000, but that I am also still the high bidder at just $1,000. Do not be afraid to put your maximum bid in thinking the computer is just going to set you in for whatever that number is, okay? That's not the way this works. If you've ever used eBay, it's similar, okay? The computer's job when you do this is to bid on your behalf, okay? It is to bid in your best interest. So it's designed to keep you in the winning position until someone comes along and outbids you. And then it's going to put you back in for the next available bid increment. So if one of you comes and you bid $1,250, it's going to put me in at $1,500, okay? It's not just going to jump right up to your maximum, okay, just automatically. It doesn't do that, okay? The only way it's going to do that is if someone keeps bidding, and then we get there and it's finally got to get you to your max. If someone comes along and bids 32.50, you're out, and you're going to get a little notice saying, "Hey, you've been outbid. Bid again." Okay, so again, you can always bid again, increase your max bid, etc. I do want to make a note about maximum bids. If a horse comes in the ring, like Practice Horse here, and an announcement is made that wasn't listed in the footnotes, okay, and this is very important about auctions, any announcements made on sale day are going to take precedence over written material. So listen to what they tell you at sale time, okay? Because that is the latest, most up-to-date information, and that's the information that supersedes anything that was printed ahead, okay? So Practice Horse comes in, and Practice Horse's owner had a fender bender on the way in, and the horse got a little banged up in the trailer, okay? And he's got a little boo-boo here. Or Practice Horse comes in, and they're like, forgot to put in his footnotes, but when you stall him, he cribs. Things like that change this information, okay? So when that horse comes in and that happens, we see that John Smith has an absentee bid. We're going to knock John Smith's bid right out of the game before we even start. Why? Well, because John Smith isn't playing with a level playing field, right? All the people who are in-house have new information available, and John Smith didn't have that information when he bid. And we don't want you to get an unwelcome surprise. We want you to get your horse home and absolutely love it. So we'll knock your bid out. Like I said, most of my bidders who do place absentee bids are watching live, and there'll be a little light next to your name letting us know that you're live. So we'll say, "Hey, John, Practice Horse here cribs," and we wanted to make sure that you knew that. So we've removed your bid, and if you're okay with that, you don't mind that he cribs, you can go ahead and replace that bid right then and there, okay? Again, we don't do this to be a nuisance. We do this to protect you, okay? Because we want you to get the horse that you are expecting to get. You will notice all of the horses have a default start bid of $1,000. That is just the program's default starting bid. Okay, a lot of these horses are going to come in the ring and start substantially higher than $1,000. Okay, so don't let that throw you off on the prices. They sell some outstanding animals here. So yeah, expect the prices to be substantially higher to start out with on most, if not all, of the horses that are here at the sale. It's a great caliber of horses, and we're very, very excited for this sale. Online bidders, if you're a winning bidder, first, congratulations. And second, just sit tight. The ladies in the office at New Paris are wonderful and hardworking, and they're very, very busy on sale day. So they will be calling our online bidders, but pretty much it's not going to be like right away after you win the bid. So I know everyone's always really excited when they win a bid, and the first thing they want to do is call in. I'm going to ask you to just kind of hold off on that if you can. The office will reach out to you just as soon as they can to talk about payment and pickup. If you are a Canadian buyer, yes, we have availability to write Canadian health papers. Okay, so all of that is available to you. New Paris does offer layover board until you can arrange transport, and they can also help you with lining up transport. They work with some fantastic transporters that transport nationwide. So no matter where you are, we can help you out. So thank you. I have yammered on long enough. I just wanted to make sure I was thorough and that I covered everybody's questions. If you made it this far, congratulations. If you still have questions, I am here to help. Again, my name is Bridget with Horse Auctions USA. You can reach me by call or text at 336-904-8903. We look forward to seeing you at New Paris Equine Center this Friday and Saturday.